Alrighty, we are now live. Hello! I look like I'm a bit high in the screen, but I'm sure as I play, I'll down slowly. Mighty ho. Guten Tag, this Lord, as well as Juan Carter 565. Anyway, we're back into Medieval Engineers today. Test. Okay, there we go. Yes. Been a little while since we've been in Medieval Engineers. If you're unaware, I've had a lot of internet troubles, and my webcam's frozen. Give me a second. Mainly, Spectrum derped our internet out it was out Monday and Tuesday. It was really shoddy. That's a new day when everything goes wrong. Really shoddy Sunday night. So it was pretty much 3 days. It wasn't too great. And then they got it working Wednesday afternoon. So, or midday Wednesday, I think. Yeah, during that time I had to freak out at somebody on the phone, which was horribly uncivilized, and I did actually tweet to Spectrum service and ask them to pass on my apologies because there was no excuse for that. No matter how grumpy I was about the internet, there was no excuse for my behavior there. So hopefully that person got my apology, and if they happen to see this video, I am sorry about that. I was vile and evil in that moment, I am sorry. But now we have internet back, yay! So that's why I haven't been streaming this week. If you've been wondering where the heck did Sage go, that's where Sage went. Sage was out in the nether zone of no internet. So I'm back now, I have internet. We should be going ahead and just realized our game audio went when our USB stuff restarted. Crap. But I'm back into Medieval Engineers. We're going to go ahead and keep on mining and finally expand out our underground areas. We want to get an underground farm. Now, I did take a look at Zeagle's stuff last night or the night before when I popped online real quick. So there's our stuff. We're digging down. We're going to keep on digging down to about maybe here and build out some stuff. But there's Zeagle's stuff over here. And Zeagle's ward has expanded heavily underground. I remember he used to have his windmill underground here, but it looks like it's not working. Which makes me think our underground windmill project might be a failure as well, which is a bit disheartening. Oh no. I have no idea what that happened to James Bullslayer. But if we follow this massive mega tunnel Zeagle's made, a million and one of these things up above it. Holy crap, it's a mega tunnel and a half. Which doesn't seem to be working, which is really annoying. And it's disconnected. But anyway, we can follow it all the way up to the surface world. Whoop! Zeagle's has set up a sort of farming setup up here. I say farming setup, a windmill setup. You can see the coolest thing is, he's got multiples of the things. It's super cool. Even if the ground starts freaking out at a different distance. There we go. Freaky deaky Dutch ground. Because he's got the tunnelways connecting it all. Now, unfortunately, I believe... Yeah, it's not all connected for some silly reason. Apparently, the devs have seen it. They don't like it, the idea of these huge things running underground and stuff, which is actually very heartbreaking to me. Because I think it would absolutely be awesome if you could have massive underground things, and maybe you have to have like 8 or 9 of these up top, but they add to the torque and eventually just slowly, and this thing will spin very slowly. So hopefully they'll look into advancing that in the game, because right now it is very heartbreaking when a lot of this either A, isn't connecting, or B, when it does connect, it'll just stop the windmill itself because it won't have enough torque to spin the whole thing. It's a bit disappointing that, but hopefully we'll see that changed in the future. Hopefully. This is an interesting sort of thing. But yeah, so that makes me think our underground windmill project is probably going to be a failure, but we're still going to go ahead and build our underground farm. It just might mean we have to build another stairwell or something, back switching its way up from down there to the surface so we can actually use a windmill. We'll figure that out. I'm glad to be streaming again. I missed it. Also, music we are listening to today is this. It is Shaman's Dream on Shivelight. S-H-I-V-E-L-I-G-H-T. Don't know if it's got copyrights to it. If it does, then I guess this will all go silent in the VOD, which is a bit unfortunate, but so be it. If you're curious, I do have a Sage Streams YouTube channel, but it has not been updated in quite some time. Ooh, this is advanced too. Oh, it's not just a cathedral thing, it's like a underground library of awesomeness. Really like that. Oh, and there's the seagulls right there. It's like he's working away on maybe making a tunnel way out there. Interesting. Oh, I like it. Likes it. Okay, let's see. Let's not do a whole like zoom around the whole universe because that's usually what we end up doing if the whole stream if we go ahead and just start looking around the universe. So let's actually go back down to the underbelly of our residence, our big massive church-like structure. Make sure we still have the area owned. We do. Cool. We're outside of it right now. That's one of the reasons I have to switch back this and start digging back in. Yeah, I believe it's Xebon or Xebonia, either way. And when you try to join it, it should go ahead and tell you, hey, you can't join this right now unless you join our Steam group, and then you can join the Steam group, and that's basically where the whitelist comes from. As long as you join the Steam group, you'll be able to hop in. Now, I'm gonna have to... There we go. Ooh, got lucky there, didn't we? This involves dub/sci-dub/Sybient music stream. In fact, you know what? I can probably... I need to become a multi-millionaire so I can set up like 20 screens and do things in very lazy ways. I was like, I could show you what's on that screen. You know, I could probably still do it. No, I can't, because then I'd lose the other screen. I need to figure out a thing to better show what music's actually playing while it's playing. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll ask Zoc, he might know. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, does it say the server name here? I'm not, yeah, I'd gladly have some help digging. Or you could, if you want to help, you could also dig up some, sandstone, because we're going to need oodles of that for all the stuff down here, because we're building in sandstone types. I think it adds a lot to the place to have our surface world be out of stone, and then down here, once we're underground, which I'll go ahead and drop off all this standard stone, have it all sandstone. It's a nice juxtaposition, I think. Whoa. What area are we in right now? Crap, we are going to have to add a new claim block. Probably like, maybe we'll stick it right in here. But we are going to have to add another one. Bugger. Still not happy with the claim block system. Oh, also, you're right. I should probably eat, shouldn't I? Om nom nom. And especially when you're like looking at the surface, there's a bunch of gray, golden. Super golden. Big huge room of goldenness. Followed by more golden. Gorda. Which is sort of a quicker way when we fast travel to the zone, instead of having to go up the hill into the main fortress, just come out right here. It's a slightly quicker way. Slightly, not too much. If that's okay! Yeah. I have no objection to people wanting to come and help. Just don't wreck everything, obviously. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's keep on mining down, because we're going to have to mine pretty far down. And luckily, I think we have a fair few sticks still. Yep. So we should be able to get ourselves fairly far into the earth here. And be running short on that sandstone pretty quickly. Because we only have, what was it, 105 upstairs? No, no, wrecky face. Also, you said secret way to get inside my base. Are you talking about that one path, or is there another way I'm just unawares of? Is that, like, involving people playing hopscotch over here? Maybe trying to hopscotch off of this stuff into there, or up a wall? Christmas tree room. I love that. We haven't finished decorating all this either. It'll get more love once the underground is on. We need lots of glass, so we're gonna make a huge underground flax farm. Another way. Interesting. You know how? Well, obviously you know how if you know there's another way. Can you explain it quickly? Can you explain this other way into my base? Unfortunately. I got that sort of... Ooh, well, guess Lord, I might have to take you up on that, but I want to get our underground farm built just so we can say we have one, too. But also so we can have our underground beautiful lands. Oh, no, 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 no. But yeah, I was a little bit under the weather this week as well. Not like really sick, but like, oh, my throat, oh, my nose. Which meant that my, I ended up getting that like awesome deep voice thing again. From eons ago. Let me see if I can find that video. Yeah, no, can't find it. But yeah, when I get sick, my throat goes, oh dear. And I can do this like really, really deep voice that almost sounds like Snape. Almost. And I love it, but I cannot do it when I'm not ill, unfortunately. It even has this weird like vibration to it, which I really love. Wish I could do it all the time. Hello. Yeah, I don't know if things vanish in the depths or not in this game if you go too far down, like in Space Engineers. Maybe. But of course, you know, you're digging by hand, so it's a lot harder. Some people at my day job were saying the flu was going around there too, but I haven't really seen too much of it, just a few people with runny noses and stuff. I do have a Patreon, yes. I, unfortunately don't really update it very much. I'm not gonna lie, I don't. Yeah, I mainly started for modding and stuff, but that just failed. I have not kept up with it as much as I should have really at all, so. If you just want to use it as a tip jar, yeah, I got a Patreon. Let's see. Yeah, it's just EctoSage. People still support me a bit there, but I'm honestly, thank you everybody who does. That's it if you're curious. But yeah, mainly started for modding, for videos and stuff, but YouTube and everything, and my own incompetence led me, unfortunately, to not be making enough money to pay the bills, so I had to get a day job, which meant I had even less money to do all the technical stuff I would like to do. Still, I'm going to try to stream daily, as long as, you know, next week isn't as bad as this week, with the whole internet thing. Alright, and also I had medical stuff this week, as in, I went to go get my, you know, anti-anxiety meds, and they told me, well, Sage, it appears that, you don't have insurance. Which was a fantastic surprise. So yeah, I had to get that sorted out really quickly. Apparently they had sent me something in the mail to say, hey, do you even still live here? And I didn't see it, because physical mail is a pain in the arse to deal with. So I derped out and ended up not having insurance there for a few days and whatnot. which was also, you know, quite stressful on top of not having internet and running around. Okay, so let's see. Comes run to a fortress and you'll show me. Okay. All right, let's see. All the stairs in the world. All the stairs in the world. And you said you were inside now? Yes. Hello. Greetings. Different name in game. Okay, so how do you do the sneaky sneaks? Show me the way of sneaky sneaks. Was it just... Oh, you need me to open door first. Okay. Body language. Gizlord, greetings, friend. Oh, what the hell is this? Who did this? Also, how did you even get in here? I thought I was already crouching. What? Who did this? Did I do? I probably did this. Also, where did you go? Fall down the hole? Or, oh no, now I'm trapped. I'm in a wall. Does it just teleport you through the wall after a minute? Oh, I see. You fast traveled back out because you're trying to jump down that way. Huh, so that... It's interesting. Huh. Whoops. How did that... crap. Well, I guess I'll have to bring some dirt up here and plug that opening or something, but that's odd. My place is at, Bar Hadar, region D4, E9. And, Gizlord, when it comes to supplies, you should have access to all my doors. I'm pretty sure I added you to the, yeah, the fires are very loud. You can shut them off if you want. I'm pretty sure I added you to the claim block ages ago. So you should be able to go ahead and just come in here and store the stone in these, or in these here. And I'm going to go ahead and put more stuff in here right now. But considering I'm stuck, I'm actually just going to teleport myself to here. You cannot open the doors. No doors, you betray me. Let me double check this. Share options. Yeah, Gizlord's shared. For some reason, doors are being stupid. Gizlord. Okay. If you're wondering why I have so many doors and so much security, maybe you didn't see that last time. Somebody robbed us, so I ended up putting a lot of stuff in. Oh, let's give Zeagles access too. There you go. You should have access to all the doors now, I think. Well, all the doors needed to get down this way. Boops. And I'll go through and give you access to the other winding stairwells too. So hopefully this will all work. Eagles, Gizlord, people I trust. Oh, okay. Gabriel is not using stream. Barhader, D4, E9. That was right? Yeah. Where'd you go? I was doing happy head banging. Okay. Let's make ourselves some more of those containers, shall we? I think we need 4 more. 3 more. Maybe more yet. But that. Find it in here, which there was a search function. Oops. 1, 2, 3. At least. I'll make a 4th and a 5th too. Why not? Just so we have them. Love these planks. Super useful. Ah, okay. Phase through the dirt. Got ya. Roger, roger. Okay. My puppy's got some itchies. We're probably gonna call the vet at some point and ask him, you know why he's got itchies? Is he alright? You think it's because we're giving him milk? Because he likes milk an awful lot. Alright. New containers in. Ooh, music. Good. It's definitely different. Definitely different. Oh! Placed it incorrectly. I can't remove it from here. I was so afraid that removing it, like, the whole thing might pop loose all of a sudden. That would have been horrible. What? You're in my faction, though. I don't understand. Or in an allied faction. This music sounds like there's two things in music playing at the same time. It's driving me nuts. Let's go back to... see if we can find something else to listen to. Indian Summer, Side-Dub Mix, Shy of Light again. Okay. Yes, Age the Doorman. Okay, I'm looking through ownership here. Like, share with characters. Your house. Disappointed. Alright. Alright, one sec, let me... What? Why is it not these eagles on this? Don't go robbing me now. Don't go robbing me now. Cool. There we go. Should be able to open it now. Give it a... oh, you're not on the stream. I'm also going to go ahead and check down here. He might be just down here. Ooh, lagging everywhere. There we go. Hello, other door. Gives Biggs Gabriel. Clicking all the buttons. And then instead of going up this way, if you do come in, you might as well just use this door. Hi! Might as well just come this way. I'm sure this is all ads. His Lord. There we go. Or that door. Close the doors behind you, though. Coming into my household. Down the long tunnel way. Hope it's saving those. Can you close the door behind you? Yeah, whatever, I'll just lay in. Welcome inside the land of underground saginess. I do love the color change. Storage stuff, if you're curious, is this way. Mining is down this way. Can't remember if... that was him right there, right? Suddenly just gone. Okay. Right, so all the doors and stuff should be set now. We have all that storage up there. I brought a box down here with me like an absolute idiot. But whatever, we'll go ahead and mine some stuff up and then take it back to the surface world. Then we'll probably need to actually put some more boxes in. What I might end up doing is putting boxes in the large room above where I currently am. That way we could have some sort of like storage area there for some of the stuff we're doing here. I mean, and just to have more storage since it seems like we're piling a lot of stuff. Normal games. Wait, what happened? At Harry, what has happened? Far down have we gone? We'll keep going. We're about right here. Today is Saturday, right? Gotta check my days. Wow. 2,000 people guarding it. Wow, now that's a lot of group work. I mean, I assume it probably doesn't get attacked with that many people sitting there, as it would be kind of insane to have that many, you know, attack a group that large, but still. It's crazy, those EVE Online things. I mean, I would have gotten onto EVE Online, except for, I don't know, something about not being able to just walk around your ship. It's like, okay, you tell me the ship's huge and gigantic, but if I can't get out and walk around, I don't feel it as much. If I can actually get out of the ship and walk around inside, you know, 20,000 floors of procedurally generated nonsense, it would give something to it. Or at least walk around the bridge. I'd probably just be happy with walking around the bridge. Maybe you use an elevator in the back and it takes you to like personal quarters on each ship and you could collect stuff and then it gets blown up. Which I guess is sort of explains why I'm so into Star Citizen in theory. That game is promising a lot of that. And very slowly starting to deliver. 3.0 is a janky mess, but you can see it's got the potential there now. And considering they've started out with other, like Arena Commander, the this dogfighting module where you just do dogfighting against AI or other people, it started out so super janky in Star Citizen. You can see how they're probably going to go ahead and take what is quite janky right now with the few little moons they've added in, and take that to be something fairly stable and enjoyable. They do need to fix space bikes though, because every time I ever use one, I go to space on it instantly. Which space bikes are not supposed to go into space from the ground. Oh, inventory full. I did hear about that Crytek sue, so if you don't know, the engine that Star Citizen is using is the Cry engine. They basically bought the rights to it. But recently, like a week ago, Crytek sued CIG, the Star Citizen main company, saying, hey, you bought this from us, but the idea was you were going to go ahead and put information back into the original game, what do you call it, game engine. Like, it wasn't supposed to be, hey, you bought it and you never give us anything back. It was, you bought it, but you also give back any upgrades you make to us, which I do remember them talking about in the past, but Chris Roberts and gang are saying, well, no, that's not how it works. It was the idea that we could, but it wasn't like legally binding that we had to, and we got to a point where we needed to change the engine so much, we branched it off into being pretty much completely different, which seems pretty accurate considering they took a first-person, like, 1-to-16-player game engine and made it, you know, a massive open-world thing. So it's barely the same thing. So I'm just sort of irritated at Crytek for suing them, but I mean, whatever. Crytek, you want to be silly? Be silly. I think I might remove all of this. Well, no, you know what? Oh, we're gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Make a storage area down here. And we'll leave the top area there for whatever else, especially like ores and stuff if we're doing smelting up here. Makes more sense. Ah! For some reason I'd forgotten. Oh, jeez. I might even build this out into a storeroom. I think that's what we'll do in the future. I'll build this out into a nice little storage room. And that's where we'll store stone and stuff just in through here. And there'll be walls to our left and right full of storage. For the time being, I'm going to go down this way. And dig. Oh, that sucks. Oh. 4 months in a row. Thank you, Gizzlord. I know I've been gone a bit, so... Oh, Tempted Vac Band. But, I appreciate you guys sticking around. And like I said, I do intend to be here more. On most days, I plan to stream from around lunchtime Eastern Time, United States of America, for about an hour, maybe 2. So, let's see. From 12 or 1 o'clock or so for an hour. Yeah, play a little bit of Medieval Engineers, maybe some Star Citizen, and I think we'll probably have some creative streams soon, because I'm getting the urge just to, like, creative mode build some structures, especially Medieval Engineers, and just rock out some nice big structures. Okay, so let's do an F8. We're still not in the middle of the screen. Once we get to the middle of that screen, I think we might be far enough underground to actually start branching out to our big underground section. Weird, that attempted vac ban thing on our other buddy, Gabriel. It was very weird. Right, and our pickaxe is getting near breaking, so we're going to have to go ahead and get that repaired in a minute. I say repaired, you really tear it down and replace it, but not too bad. Yep. Oh, and there's nothing I can do. I don't think I can just authorize it. Yeah, I don't think I can authorize that. I think you have to actually be in the house for that, don't you? I can authorize doors and interactions. Did I forget to add him to the owner thing? Or to the authorized user of the claim block, maybe? Also, this is probably the best spot for another claim block, now that I think about it. Able to dig there. Oh, it's because it's not in the owned area. So there you are. Oh, nope, can't reach it from there. So who left my doors open? Okay, and... Weird. Thought I added them. Should be added now. Let's exit that and reopen it. Yeah, they're added now. Cool. Well, we got day and a bit. You know what? Screw it. How much does stone add? 1 hour and a bit. Got a lot of stone right here. Right. There we go. Should be able to do diggy digs now. Is Lord Guten Tag. Also... I'm not allowed to accept alliance requests. Lame. Tempted to leave this house and make my own house. That filled up fast. Gonna need to make more of those. Didn't repair my tools either, foolish sage. By the way, I don't mind the dirt reaching out onto the steps a little bit like this. I actually like it when it's touching the pillars a bit and stuff. As long as the center path is clear, basically. Okay, and let's see, how far down did we get? We're not quite there yet. Grab some more stickies. Let's grab you. And we'll go ahead and make ourselves another one. Yay! Straightforward, right? There we go. We didn't even need those, but we'll drop them off here just in case we need them in the future. And shiny new pickaxe. All it cost us was another piece of wood. I like the way you can do that. Instead of having to constantly mine up more and more metal, you can go ahead and just do that. Phone's freaking out. It's on silent, but it's still like, hey, there's stuff. Dang it, I hate it puts me in third person whenever I pop back to that screen. You know what, let's also, since we have the sticks, I think, for pretty much anything in the world we want to do with sticks, go ahead and that. Oh, that's. Hopefully they change that in the future so we can melt those down. Let's also go ahead and dig out the space right here so we can go ahead and put in that claim block we were talking about earlier. these are probably blocking it from being placed in. Unfortunate. By the way, if you see me using a pickaxe on sand, it's because it's actually quicker, I think, most of the time. Oh, you know what? I bet you I know why it wasn't working. Yeah, because that wasn't finished. A lot of work has been done here putting stone in. Donka, 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 donka. And we got 12 sticks left. It is down to the center of the earth. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Now, I do have a lad emote. That puts lad's face in. Whoop whoop. Lad being my puppy. Also, hello, Wolf. Didn't see you there. It's going alright. Yeah. Yeah, it's some dedication. Hopefully it's not too laggy. But yeah, yeah, everything's going alright. I've talked to a few people about it, but it was a heck of a week. If you're wondering why I wasn't streaming, it was a heck of a week. Everything from no internet for 3 days to insurance debacles. And then, of course, you know, the day job. Da, 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 da. There's a Ladwick emote! Oh crap, that, I'm assuming that's the Eve. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a lot of ships. It's always crazy, that stuff. Net neutrality, though, you know, is that what you're talking about? Because, you know, now, with net neutrality out of the way, well, if you want to go ahead and play on a multiplayer server, that's going to take up more internet bandwidth. So not only might you have to pay a subscription to the people running the servers, now you have to pay another $10 a month for your good old-fashioned high-speed multiplayer experience. It's such utter bullshit. My congressman emailed me. Actually, I was talking about this on Sunday when I was last streaming, I think. I had mentioned that my congressman sent me an email. Yeah, Bill Posey, response from Representative Bill Posey. Dear Mr. Banker, thank you for your contacting me about the... You want to read it yourself here? Let me see if I can drag this out here. You get to see my name. There's my last name, Heidi Ho. But, oops. Send your non-explosive and non-poisonous things to what you might have just seen there. Anyway, Mr. Banker, thank you for contacting me about the Federal Communication Commission's FCC Restoring Internet Freedom Order. I appreciate hearing from you and knowing your thoughts on this important matter. As you may know, when the Internet service first entered the market, President Clinton and Congress made it a national policy to preserve a free market internet. This policy continues until 2015, when the FCC unilaterally and without congressional approval imposed significant regulations, breaking from decades of bipartisan precedent. Specifically, this order reclassified Internet Service Providers, ISPs, as common carriers under Title II of the Communications Act of 1934. In May of 2017, the FCC took steps to roll back this overreach by issuing a notice of proposed rulemaking to begin the process of reviewing its 2015 Open Internet Order. Okay, so there's some lies right here. First off, the word overreach. Right there, that's a lie. It was not an overreach because it should be a Title II. Because it does carry common carriers. It does carry information. Ajipaji, or whatever his name is, has said that it's not like a water system. It's not like plumbing, you know. This is the internet. It's not like plumbing. Well, guess what? It is like plumbing. Because plumbing, the more people you have wanting to pull from it, you have to upgrade the pipes. The plumbing company doesn't say what you can use with the water because it's just open water flow. Same as the internet should be. So this is all nonsense. Like you, I am committed to protecting a free and open internet. By the way, he says it was unilateral and it was partisan, the divide, the setting the FCC up the way they did and making it classified as a Title II. Yeah, it was. But, you know, you want to do something bipartisan and protect the American people, go ahead and remove that regulation from the FCC and just putting forth a new law yourselves that makes it a Title II. Then you don't have to worry about any single organization that doesn't have much oversight overreaching. But don't just repeal the whole damn thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's much appreciated. Opened the door, somebody did, so that some cool air can get in here. Also, you can't see it, can you? Hey, Ladwick? Hey, don't go nowhere. No, don't go nowhere, sweet pea. Are you just gonna sniff out the open door now? I love you, sweet pea. A big, beautiful puppy dog. Anyway, let's continue with this email and get back to the game here. Yeah. Love you, sweet pea. Okay, like you, I'm committed to protecting free and open internet. So he's talking. Okay, so he's like, okay, well, I am committed to protecting the free and open internet. So let's see. In order to do so effectively, I believe that Congress must pass new laws, set clear principles of net neutrality, and provide agencies with the legal authority to enforce those principles. So I agree with that. That's what I just said myself. Regrettably, when the FCC unilaterally reclassified broadband providers as Title II common carriers, they preempted congressional action and halted the productive negotiations that were taking place on Capitol Hill. Maybe, but I highly doubt it. Under the Restoring Internet Freedom Order, the internet market will be returned to the regulatory environment it existed in prior to 2015 Open Internet Order. Going forwards, ISPs would be required to disclose accurate information regarding network management practices, performance, and commercial terms of each broadband internet access service. Additionally, ISPs would also be required to disclose to consumer any practices of blocking, throttling, and affiliated prioritizing. Alright, so, but notice this. He says overreach over here, so he's clearly more than willing to criticize this. But right here when he's talking about all this, additionally ISPs would be required to blah 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 blah. So he's saying this is as in this is good that they'd be required to disclose the consumers. How about they would be required not to do any of this absolute bull crap? Please be assured I am closely monitoring the FCC's work related to the Restoring Internet Freedom Order. I am hopeful that this proposed rule will result in a fair and balanced regulatory system that can address the unique issues posed by the internet ecosystem. So, again, all of this right here, ISPs would be required to disclose to consumers any practices of blocking, throttling, and affiliated prioritizing. What he's saying in these two paragraphs is that he believes once it's repealed, it'll be in a better state because they will be able to do these things, but they'll also have to disclose them. He believes that ISPs should be able to block websites, throttle websites or information, and anything they're affiliated with prioritizing. He believes they should be able to do that. And the only thing they have to do is say, in a little bit of text at the bottom, oh yeah, we did this. That's the only thing he's saying here. Further, I will continue to work with my colleagues in the Energy and Commerce Committee which has primary jurisdiction in this area to develop legislation that gives executive agencies the authority they need to effectively manage internet use and development in the future. So he's trying to get power not to the companies, but to the agencies, like the ones like the FCC. Okay. So he's saying the FCC shouldn't have been the one dealing with this, which is a bit odd. But either way, he's saying he's going to try to give the power to other agencies to have the authority to manage it. But remember, in his mind, he believes managing it is simply leaving it as it is and just making sure they disclose when they're doing this bullshit. Which is a very free market idea of, well, if they're doing what you don't like, go to another company. Except for you can't. There are no good other options in most areas, and usually what these companies do is they all have very similar plans. That way they can all say, well, I'll take this area, you take this area, and we're not going to have to worry about anybody jumping ship on any of us. They don't compete. So repealing this is anti-competition. Thank you again for contacting me. I appreciate... Not to mention it's anti-competition, because now they're going to be, if one of these companies, these internet companies, starts up something like Netflix, they can then legally, and this is completely acceptable in his thinking here, they can go ahead and say, hey, we're going to throttle Netflix to 256 kilobytes per second and give our streaming servers the absolute throughput. Because we want ours to succeed and theirs to fail. And according to his thinking here that he's put forward, he sees nothing wrong with it long as they disclose this. Now, he is saying that, yeah, we should have somebody look into maybe having more strict rules, and maybe their ruling originally with the FCC was partially right, but should have been clearer and more specific. But let's be honest, the internet needs to not have any fast lanes. It needs to all be the fast lane. So this is nonsense. Thank you again for contacting me. I appreciate having the benefit of your views. It is an honor to serve you in Congress. For more information on my work in Congress, to sign up and receive an e-newsletter or to participate in telephone town hall meetings, please visit my website, blah, 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 posey.house.gov, or call my office at 321-632-1776. If I may be of service to you in the future, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, be Bill Posey, member of Congress. But yeah, I'm not happy with him at all. Hey, all the monies. There we go. Over a day. Over 24 hours. Cool. Okay, and let's do our F8. Looks like we're probably... Is that far enough down now? Yeah, that's far enough down. We could almost make an underground, like a passageway connecting our area to Gizlord. Is looking into why do I always feel the urge to lean like I'll actually be able to see something different? Is actually looking into putting through their own FCC stuff. I think all of Europe sort of is. It should be, of course. FCC stuff, their own, what should be FCC stuff. Beep. Okay, I need to go get more sticks. But yeah, now we're going to go straight from here. And we're also going to end up splaying out in all sorts of different directions. Stop it! No, it's gonna be out to 3 blocks wide, Gizlord, and then it's gonna expand out like crazy. Like every direction. Why did I come back up? Getting disappointed in myself. That's what that look was. It's like, I'm irritated at myself for forgetting constantly. Okay, we can drop off this dirt. Good. Sticks. Thank you, Gizlord. Saving the day. This old fool. You see the light changing as that door like blows open and closes a little bit. Yeah, Trump's not above the law. He tries. The amount of lies that guy makes is horrifying. We both did the same thing. That was funny. No, 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 not here. No. 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 You should already be added, Giz. Yeah, you're already added. I don't think you can add the claim blocks. Claim blocks are the person who owns it only. It's so stupid. Yeah. And then just so you guys know, we're gonna have more archers going down this way. We'll put like one arch right here. Probably put this right. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with this. Maybe just a stone wall. Yeah, like that. How about that? Oh my god, the door scared me. Did you even hear the door on the stream? It just gently blew closed. Like, it wasn't like it was a hard breeze or anything. It was just like, gentle breeze. Startled the crap out of Sage, because he's a jumpy old fool. Yeah, now we do this the whole way down. And we got more sticks, eh? Why does it keep rotating it around so far? I like this music. Oh, also, hello, Jandrelun. Cats make trouble. My sister has a bunch of cats, and they're apparently not too bad, besides, you know, the cat issues I've ever known about with her cats are, you know, tearing stuff up and peeing on things. But, don't know how they do anymore, but she's got like 5 or 6 cats, I think, now. Some huge number of them. She's like the definition of the cat lady. But they also have 2 dogs now, and one of them is a puppy, a blue healer. So super smart, super active, and they say it's crazy, just like tearing stuff up and being super active. It's like, well, yeah, but it's a puppy. What do you expect? It's gonna be all over the place. The thing just wants to play. It's adorable to hear about, though. Not as sweet as my puppy dog, though. Adwig. Wish I had angled the camera a bit more earlier so you guys could have seen him there. Because that's why I was looking off camera earlier. Because I was just petting on him, snuggling with him. Came and said hi. You know what? Give me a second. I'm going to open that door again because it's blown shut and it's kind of cool outside today. And because Sweet Pea, aka Lad, aka my puppy dog, is he's a leash pup. We keep him on the leash because I just don't want him running off. Don't want to risk it. I worry. We have a thing that we keep in front of this. Boy, I'm like blown out now, but see that? It's like a fireplace thing. You use it to block a fireplace. We were using those on the other doors and stuff. We had 2 of them, but I figured, you know what? We're using one of them to like block off the poison area under a counter. Let's just buy a 3rd one. So I bought a 3rd one and put it in, just so that yeah, that I'd have one for my office too. Let's see, let's kind of make sure I'm doing this right, or else it's gonna be a pain in the arse later. There we go. All the archways. Out of sticks? I'm out of sticks. Dang it all. I'm gonna have to go stick harvesting. Harvesting, the way I said it. Harvesting. Let's teleport to here and just walk back to our base. Hello sticks, hello roots. Oh, well, I'm gone now, guess Lord. It's alright. I'll just harvest more. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sticks. Sticks. I'm sure you'll end up using the ones too, because I'll just place the base block and you'll build it out from there, maybe. I don't want to presume that you're going to be sitting there hammering away at everything for 200 years. I should probably keep some of that and just make a... Yeah, it's arches on the pillars. You need to head west. You said person in the background. I'm like, wait, what? What? Don't spook me. No person in the background. Scare me like that. That made it worse. There we go. Trying to get that stuff sort of on display, all the Dead Space markers and stuff. Star Wars nonsense. You see, I've bought a lot of those Star Wars Armada, or what do you call those things? Armada and X-Wing stuff. Not because I want to play the board game, it's just because I like putting them on display. Oh, the voice? The singing voices. Let's get some different music. Let's go back to Ragnarok. Ragnarok. I did see the new Star Wars. Huh? A deer, huh? I did see the new Star Wars film. Yes, I enjoyed it. And I can see why people... I can see... Okay. I see what... The thing is, I'm comparing... My biggest gripe about Episode 7 of Star Wars was the Starkiller base, which breaks the Star Wars universe, and the fact that the Starkiller base is a weapon so powerful with endless range. And this is supposed to be the defeated Empire, and what? How did they get so much stuff? And it's just overall... When it comes to explaining things, it's a very bad movie, too. It's like, well, who's the First Order? Who are they? Where did they come from? How was their such an Empire resurgence? Where's the Republic army? You know, where's the New Republic? Is there a New Republic? What was that planet that just got blown up? The movie's good when you're only paying attention to Rey and stuff, but if you're actually trying to pay attention to the greater world, it's actually a dog shite. So I was very unhappy with it, especially once they revealed the Starkiller base, which, like I said, it's an FTL weapon that's way more powerful than anything else. It's also has faster than light travel, and the light that comes off of it, the visual light, is also FTL. It's like, what? Crazy. Anyway, so that really bugged me. Episode 8. So one of the main things is I'm saying, okay, is it going to be as bad as that? One of my other complaints about Episode 7 was the visual style wasn't Star Wars. They had a lot of Star Wars stuff, but the lighting was all wrong. How much did I got a fair few. What I mean by that is there was a lot of darkness, like very little ambient light. And Star Wars, especially in space scenes, no matter where they were pretty much, has always had great ambient light so you could enjoy the scenery, enjoy how cool looking things were. Episode 7 had almost none of that. In fact, the very first scene is a Star Destroyer in complete blackness. It's complete blackness with a bit of a planet and a few dots. It's silhouette. It's just an insult to all Star Wars visual style that came before it. So hated that. So right away, I'm going into Episode 8 with the hope that they fixed the visual style. That's my #1 hope and change. Is that even if they give us an absolute dogshit movie, even if it doesn't make any sense, even if it has horrible acting and stuff, which it doesn't, by the way, but, you know, I'm saying, okay, even if it's like the prequels, be like the prequels, and that even though it had some silly, horrible storylines and acting and some illogical things, visually, it was awesome. You look at the droids, and they're a bit clanky and stupid, but it's cool to see the big machines dropping off hundreds of them. It's cool to see the hover tanks and the open fields and feed this big, beautiful city. And then in Episode 2, you get all this awesome stuff and the millions of clones and all that cool stuff, and Geonosis, this aliens, and all that cool, incredible stuff. And then Episode 3, you get some awesome fight scenes, and I can't really remember much of Episode 3, weirdly. General Grievous looked awesome, but was a letdown in the fight. You know, all that stuff. You get a lot of very cool eye candy. Even on Mustafar, a black planet, you could still see all the details there. So Episode 7 just infuriated me, because even though the story with Rey was cool, and Rey and Finn and whatnot was all very cool, and I actually liked it, I actually really like it, the visual style wasn't Star Wars at all, because the second they get into space, it's all very dark. You can't see the details. The camera angles don't show you anything cool. The ships they're flying are still X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Modified, but very barely modified. This is 30 years in the future, and they've not changed really at all, except for paint jobs and some shifting of engines. So it's like, okay, that's not cool. The Star Destroyer, it turns out it's awesome, but in the movie they don't show it at all. So very upset with Episode 7. The Starkiller base, once they introduced that, I pretty much went, okay, this movie should have stopped before this was even revealed. The Republic ships or the Resistance ships, the landers, are just hideous stretched potatoes. So, hated that. So getting on to Episode 8, no spoilers here, no story spoilers, just visual stuff and how I felt about it. There are some minor illogical things in it that they sort of try to explain, and that's really cool that you're like, well, wait a minute, but they actually try to explain it with dialogue in it, which is really cool. But then there's the visual style, which is way better. Immediately you can actually see the details on the Star Destroyer. You can see the details on the Resistance ships. You can actually see this detail because it's not pitch black. It's actually well lit. It is fantastic step forward, and guess what? There's spoilers that are super minor. New Imperial ships that we haven't seen before. New Rebel ships you haven't seen before. New ground vehicles you haven't seen before. New in-atmosphere ground vehicles. New pleasure ships you haven't seen before. New planets you have not seen before. I'm so happy with Episode 8. There is some seriously illogical stuff in there that eats at me slowly over time, but I left that movie theater being like, oh my god, that was cool. When I left the movie theater after episode 7, episode 7, the very first time I had seen it, I left the movie theater thinking, that was kind of cool, but something felt wrong. Like, something about that just felt like a fan film, especially because of the plot. You know, it's sort of just like, hey, it's episode 4, A New Hope all over again. It's like, wait, what? That's not right. So I was I left the theater feeling disappointed with episode 7, or feeling wrong about it. Like, that was cool, but it doesn't make sense, and that was stupid, the Starkiller base. Immediately, I hated that. Also, why can't I place this here? Maybe there's an Invisiblock, and that's what's going on. That's probably what's going on there. Okay, now that doesn't... Oh, wait, I didn't tear that down all the way. Oh, no, I put an arch in already, Sage. You old fool. But, yeah, episode 8, I left the theater psyched. I left the theater super happy with everything, and kept on pretty much talking about it and thinking about it for the rest of the day. Well, thinking about it more than talking about it, because obviously I went to work and I didn't want to be saying, hey, did you see blah, 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 spoiler, spoiler. But I'm very happy with episode 8. It had all sorts of new, cool stuff, including new Imperial stuff, new Resistance stuff. Story-wise, you know, it has a few things, but I'm not going to spoil that. I was just very happy with almost all of it. Let's put it that way. And visually, I was very happy with the changes that were made. I'm honestly horrified that J.J. Abrams is coming back for episode 9. I'm honestly like, do I want to see it? Do I even want to see episode 9 if it's directed by J.J. Abrams and he does the same horrible light stuff and the same, like, fast-paced, shallow crap he always does? Because that's another thing. This movie, I like slower-paced movies. This was a 2.5-hour-long movie, and I felt like the pacing was perfect. I left the movie going, oh, I wish it wasn't over. Because I actually by the way, you guys did a lot of work down here. Holy crap, this is awesome. I left the movie theater wanting more. You know, instead of feeling like, oh, that was a longer movie than I thought. They kept going, which is what episode 7 was. And promptly feeling like, wow, they really should not have kept going when they introduced the Starkiller base and blew up a planet that they don't even tell you what it was. Because remember, in episode 7, they blew up Hosnian Prime. They don't tell you what Hosnian Prime is. They maybe tell you that it's the Rebel base, or the new... What is it? Not the New Order, the New Republic. They might tell you that after it's been blown up. Well, it's just horrible film. It's a horrible movie. They don't even tell you what the heck you just saw get blown up. So it's like, why should I care about this planet and the little ones around it? First I thought it was Coruscant. I'm like, that better not have been Coruscant. Yeah, they didn't tell you in the movie, because I remember going home and like, that wasn't Coruscant, right? They didn't just blow that up. Alright, Gizlord. But yeah, episode 8, while it does have some logical what, at a few points of it, overall, I'm very happy with episode 8. I left the movie theater excited. And scared for episode 9, and what the hell Jar Jar Abrams might do. Hold up, let's do these different. Gabriel 9. Oh, let's do these different. Alright. It's like... I wish the hotbars would save. This. Oh, aloe sticks are gone. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will always scar me. Get you, and an arch. Where's the arch? And a pillar. Where are they? You're gonna have to let me plan this. You're gonna have to let me plan this. It would be so much easier if you were on audio. I don't think my in-game audio button works. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hold on a second. I want to do arches. I think somebody just delivered something. You, I think. You're push to talk. Oh crap, my inventory's full. I gotta go install more storage up here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. Put some lights in too. It's like every 2, I think. And I need to go ahead and also... Arched. Yeah, it's probably Mom's typey type. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna push to lock here. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is we got little archy ceilings a bit. We're gonna keep pushing this way. About another 6 to 4... Wait, no, 6? Another 3 to 4 blocks this way, and keep up with the same arched things. And then we're gonna cap it off with another rounded section on the other side. Then we're gonna dig out from like the left and right this way. And that's where our farming stuff will be. Oh! Dennis V, thank you for subscribing. Hey, lad. What's up, sweet pea? But yeah, there was something delivered. I bought my mom like a MacBook. Not a MacBook, a something. I don't want to say it out loud. But like one of them that just runs on Chrome. Because she likes to do Facebook and stuff like that a lot, but she doesn't like using it on a little tablet I bought her, so I figured this will be a step up from the tablet. Light. Light is this, light. There we go, that's much more pleasant now, isn't it? Being down in the dark, all alone. Wait, not all alone. There's people down here. But yeah. Let's see. So now we're pretty far underground. We're almost as far down as Ziegel's construct. 3. Yeah. That'll be enough to get our farming going. Yeah, that'll work. Run, 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 run. Well, I didn't spend too much on it, so we'll find out how it works. If all else fails, then I go, meh. We should be alright. Yeah, so we need to go and drop off these stone English. Boop. Alright, grab these, and I'm gonna make some more storage. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong button. Da, da, da. Oh, we should make some more torches too. We'll do that in a second. Not those kind of torches. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to get used to structural integrity, not being able to actually see the overlay. It can be spooky, but, you know, I'll live with it. More of those, and then we're going to make, what did I say, torches? Means we're going to need metal, which we have some in here. Thank you very much. Build to that. And torches, where did you go? There you are. 1, 2. Damn, 1 torch each. I was sort of hoping it would be a bit more giving than just 1 torch. Alright, let's make 12. that was more than 12, but whatever. Cancel the ones that cannot make. Damn. What kind did you buy? Because I buy like everything off of Amazon. So I check reviews and, or at least star rating. And it's like, oh, 900 people gave this an average of a 4 out of 5 star rating. Sounds decent to me. So that's what I went off of. Also, oh, we can build chandeliers in this, right? Yes, but that takes flax. I'm putting those higher than I was before. Whatever. Wait, did I skip one? Supposed to skip one. Didn't right here. Back up. Oh, a beautiful breeze blowing in. By the way, I work second shift, so I used to have pizza every Friday, which was sort of like a family tradition we sort of started. Where every Friday would be om nom nom pizza night, so I haven't been doing that as I'm at work. Now it's sort of like a Saturday nights are our pizza night. I'm super excited for pizza. Because even though I'm almost 30, I still love me my pizza. It's timeless, let's be honest. Like Star Wars. When the lighting's not crap. How many of these did I build? Jesus. Yeah, eventually we'll move them into a storage room here, but for the time being, they're just out here. We don't have to run forever. The Star Wars? Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to, No, I changed how I was doing these. Whatever. We'll have to do. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing it again. I'm not sure if I'll see it this weekend. Because obviously I want to, for 1, stream, for 2, eat pizza, for 3, lay down and just snuggle my puppy dog, because I love that pup. Yeah, man, I really do wish movies came out on Blu-ray a lot sooner than they do. Because it would be so nice to be able to just be like, okay, I saw it in theaters once, I'll pay my $20, $30 for the 4K Blu-ray, and now I can just watch it right here on my computer or while I'm working on other stuff. It'd be so nice, you know? What was it? Blade Runner is probably right now, actually, the new Blade Runner 2049 is probably my movie of the year. It's actually, like, in my top 10 movies of all time right now. I can't even place it. It's somewhere in the top 3. Probably. It's, like, up there mixed with a few others. It's like, I don't know, it's so good! I got arches here. Hold on, did I place... I did it again where I placed them on every pillar. It's supposed to be every other Sage. Incompetence dost thou know no end, Sage? Wait, I'm doing it again. Make room for... Ah! Wait, I gotta turn it on. But yeah, man, that new Blade Runner movie, holy crap, did I ever fall in love with that. I only saw it once in theaters. Did we already do the ones down there farther, or did the other person just run by and do them real quick? I'm getting out, man, I'm having a moment. Alright, well, it's all lit up now. Some light. There's some light. Chandelier. Oh, that's a beautiful... Yeah? Takes it. A good idea. And above the farm area, what we'll do... Alright, so out these doorways, what we're going to do... I'll just get this started so everybody... So out these doorways... Ouch. What we're going to do is have a stairwell down, and then we're going to put the dirt in sort of like... covering the second step, so don't bother digging it down far. It's just so that we know when we put the dirt in, it and kind of butt up to the stairs. Somebody just hit me again. Stop with the hitting. It's not nice. Okay, and then stairs. There we go. Our nice little stairs. We'll be doing this on both sides. All right, and then above us, what I'm gonna do, get this sorted out the way I want it. Trying to think. Okay. Inventory full? No. Stones from hell. 5, 4. Need to check something real quick. Magic mode engaged. Let's do it on the side of a mountain. Oops. What does T do? T makes like your screen jump forward, I've just found out. Alright, so if we do that, and then we can do these. Oh, these. Yes. Yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. That should look alright. Control X, goodbye. Okay. F6, magic, disabled. Just wanted to test that out real quick. Smart way to get like real quick footing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off some stones. The one thing, T is auto walk. You have no idea. I was looking for that the other day. I had no idea. But yeah, yeah, I was doing like tilde, numlock. I'm like, what are the buttons that are usually auto walk? Never even thought that it might be that. Also, we left all those planks in our inventory. No wonder our inventory got full up. D-Sage. Excuse me. Running up a million stairs now. So turn T on and hold shift. Okay, oh yeah, Rogue One, I'm reading through comments that I missed here. Rogue One is probably one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time. Like, people have gripes with it, but I'm like, I just don't have these gripes. Some people were very disappointed that the heroes died in the end. Luckily, I'm a bit of an idiot. And when it's like, then they're like, they're going to get the Star Wars plans. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember they said a bunch of Bothans died getting the Star Wars plans, so they're probably all going to die. They're not Bothans, Sage. It's like, oh, right, oops. But, so I went into that movie expecting them to die, so when they died, I'm like, oh, it's sad, but we expected it. Oh, not everybody did. Just because I was an idiot. How do you spam what? But yeah, I love, if you want to hear about a movie that, you know, Episode 8 did a great job on Star Wars lighting. Episode 7 has the best Star Wars lighting ever since Episode 4, 5, and 6. Like, the prequels, the CG lets them down a little bit at times, so the lighting feels a bit wrong. Rogue One has perfect lighting. Perfect. It's unbelievable. It's mind-blowingly good lighting in Rogue One. Watch that again, and look, like, people, when it first, like, the trailers were like, did I forget? Oh, claim block spamming. Once you pay it once, just spam spacebar, and it's like, same with dropping stuff. Like, if I wanted to drop all the sticks, you can just click this, and then I can just keep on clicking that, and it'll keep dropping from the same spot. It's sort of the same thing. Except for I think you use your spacebar in the claim block thing. So it's awesome. Damn, this looks awesome with those lights. You guys did an awesome thing with that. 1, 2... How many do we want? Do sticky outy, sticky outy. Sticky outy, jump, sticky outy. Jump, sticky outy, jump. We're gonna keep going for a bit on this hallway, I think. Longer than I thought originally. Control 5. But yeah, Rogue One, like, story-wise, I actually really enjoyed it. Character-wise, I actually really enjoyed it. A lot of people had built up this movie in their mind of, like, what it's going to be like exactly. I went into that seeing... I'm not even sure I saw a single trailer of that movie. I just knew they're going after the Death Star plans, and it's got really good Star Wars lighting in it. And it looks cool. That's about it. I saw, like, bits of one trailer, so I'm like, going into it blind. I don't like watching trailers, because it creates preconceptions and this and that. So some people went into it thinking it was going to be a very different movie than it was, and got let down because of that. So, one of the reasons I do go into movies blind. You can see the film as it is, and not whatever you thought it was going to be. Which, I mean, if the trailer's misleading, it shouldn't be, obviously, but luckily I didn't get any of that. So I was very happy with Rogue One, and my god, the fact that it was after Episode 7, so I just saw Episode 7, you know, and I hated it. I mean, I liked parts of it. I liked the story with Rey and Finn and all that. Han's stuff seemed very phony-ish, but I was very happy with, you know, the character development of Finn and Rey. But I hated so much of that visual style. I keep saying it because it really did piss me off, because it didn't even feel like a Star Wars film. And especially since it walked over the same New Hope territory, it just felt like a fan film. It felt like J.J. Abrams just made a fan film, is what it felt like. It didn't feel at all like it should have been a real film. It felt like a fan film, especially with the art style not matching. So then to watch Rogue One, and its lighting is spot on, and the details are just everywhere, and the camera angles match, and it's just like, I'm just watching. This is a Star Wars film that was made 20, 30 years ago when the originals were made. This was made at the same time with the others. This has been canon and always shall be and will be. I was just in love, man. I absolutely was in love with that film. And still am. I'm very happy with the film. And K2SO is probably my favorite droid of all time now. Like, K2SO is just the badass droid. He's my favorite droid in all of Star Wars, I think. C-3PO was my favorite before him. Now it's by far K2SO. Because I always liked C-3PO growing up as like this pedantic fool. I see, I don't remember the music not matching music. Alright, hold up, guys. Hold up, I think we're gonna have a change of plans here with the end arch here. I'm not gonna end it right here. We're gonna keep going a bit longer. Thank you, Gizlord. He's like, oh god dang it, now I have to tear it all down again. So we started here, over and down, over and down, over and down. Wait. People think I planned this out in numbers? Foolish people. I don't know how many more. Give me 1 second. Down. 2 more archways, I think. That's down right there. And then it'll be over and down. I'll mine it out real quick to where we're stopping. And set it up. Oh no, we're out of sandstone. I knew it was gonna take a lot. Oh, I don't consider Data a droid though. Data's Data. He's definitely one of my favorite synthetics of all time. Like, I absolutely adore Data. My absolute favorite synthetic. I mean, see, the thing is, do I want to... Data's an android. I think Data's my favorite android. My favorite synthetic of all time is Bishop. My favorite droid is K2SO. Like, I break them down into categories because they're all so very different, you know. Synthetics have sort of white or blue blood, you know. Woo. No, I don't plan on using the space under the big blocks, no. But we're not going to use, like, arched things. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because if we do that, then that means there's more polygons floating around, which is just going to create more lag. Means those archers will definitely take more polygons. And my inventory's full, like a fool. But this is as far as we're going. Stones. Are we supposed to be... Oh, we need a rope, don't we? There, and then this will be the end. Right here. Boop. There we go. There we go. So that's the end here. I like Yield keyboard. Of course, I'm not using it right now, am I? I'm being sucked backwards into the wall. Yeah, don't spoil anything for episode 8. Like, see, the thing about episode 8 is, like, I consider almost anything spoilers. Like, on NPR, they were talking about, ooh, there's some news that people were filming over in this island or something another, or this mountain or whatever. And I was like, no, don't. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me who's involved there. Don't tell me who you saw, because if I see a mountain or an island or something, I'm gonna be like, oh, that means this person's about to show up because they were seen filming on this. And it's like I put things together like that, and it's like, no, you've spoiled who's about to show up for this. So many times I'll watch a movie that I've seen the trailers for, and the second it shows, like, oh look, it's that vehicle. Well, I know what's going to happen to that in a second. Or it's like, oh, this is this person. Oh look, they just walked into that building from the trailer. I wonder what's going to happen. So. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, I love Rogue One so much. That movie really captured the Star Wars vibe, like, perfecto, I believe. Yeah, I think some people were disappointed just because it wasn't, like, necessarily the war movie they had expected, or the training montage they expected. By the way, it is Spacebar I'm using that. Just confirmed it there for myself. Nom 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 nom. I consider, for me, like, spoilers in a movie is like, oh, pretty much like anything. It's like, if somebody says a line of dialogue, it's like, I don't want to know that line of dialogue is coming at any point in the film. It's like, I don't want to know Chewbacca throws a table across the room. Like, if somebody says, at one point, Chewie throws a table, it's like, well, now you've confirmed Chewie's going to be in a scene where he's not just with a pilot or something. I would like to, you know, go to the movie not even knowing that. That's how, like, serious I am about it. Now, I'm not going to tell you if the Chewie throws a table or not. So, even that, I don't like when people do that usually, but I'm just leaving you there to wonder, the whole film through now, does Chewie throw a table? We all need more stone. We've used up the world's resources. We're going to have to all go sand mining. Which, by the way, did you know sand mining is a real thing? I mean, we need sand for all of our circuitry, and a lot, believe it or not, a lot of sand is used in concrete. Oh, that sucks. That's actually where, like, most of the world's sand ends up being used, is in concrete. Do I want to do this here? It's going to end up hovering. Or do I want to do... I think I'll do this. You know what? I think we'll do it like this, actually. Does that block the opening at all? No, it doesn't. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. I'll make it flippy. Hey! Speaking of episode 8. Enjoy the movie, mate. Oh, man. Yeah, I do agree that trailers nowadays spill too much. Yeah, when I walked in I saw the movie yesterday morning before I went to work, because I work second shift. Right when I got into work, my friend Ed is like, "Oh, you saw it today?" To somebody else. "Oh, tell Sage all about it. Tell Sage all about it." Because he knew I didn't want spoilers. I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. I saw it this morning." He's like, "Wow." I'm like, "Yeah, you thought I was gonna wait? Found out there were showtimes this morning. I went right away. I wasn't gonna risk spoilers." And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, to me also, something I've been sort of thinking and feeling more and more is, to me, all of this Disney Star Wars isn't canon. I really just... Yeah, if it wasn't for the Starkiller base, I'd probably feel like it was canon. But the second they were like, "and Starkiller base," I'm like, alright, so this isn't real. This isn't... Yeah, this just isn't canon to me. Is that Starkiller base breaks the world. And there's something in this movie that breaks the world too. Or does it? I don't know, but not as much. I'm spoiling. Shut up. I'm gonna shut the frack up about it. I enjoyed it. Moving on to another subject. Varian is getting overgrown. I'm not spoiling nothing. My mouth is going shut. I enjoyed it. I highly suggest watching it. Yep, it's got issues, but whatever. It's nowhere near as bad as episode 7. And acting and story-wise, I think it's fairly good. I'm not saying anything more. So, who here likes pudding? Oh, inventory again. It's a shame we didn't build this place in a place that has sandstone. But then it wouldn't be so weird to have it here. It's sort of like, what is it? In a lot of sci-fis, wood is very rare in space. Because it's, it's heavy, it's not necessarily used for anything else. It's just a luxury item in space. So, if you have wood in space, it means you had to go through all the effort of getting it up there. So it's sort of like that with the sandstone. It's like, well, I want it because it's so rare. Also, all these torches and smoke is sort of where we're going to suffocate down here. Well, let's see, what does our place look like now? Oh, that's cool. That's Zeagle's work all alone, by the way, to be clear. Zeagle's is crazy. That's awesome. Here's our work. It's quite a stairwell. I actually quite love our stairwell, especially with the arches and the light. This will expand out pretty so we'll have it sticking out like that big and then that big here. That's where we'll have our big circular spinny farm machines for flax, probably. Mainly probably flax. We might build a third one right here at the end of it, and that one will be for just wheat or something. Well, I guess Star Wars is the exception if Wookiee ships have a lot of wood on them. Wookiees are weird, though, aren't they? And are those spacefaring ships that have the wood on, or was that just their in Atmo? Oh, also, it's because having just been listening to some of the audiobooks, which, by the way, those audiobooks, or just books if you want to read them yourself instead of audio filing, they're... it just makes me hate Episode 7 more. Because they're like, oh, all this stuff that happens on Hosnian Prime and Chandrilla and all this stuff, and it's like, right, and Hosnian Prime got blown up, and all of these characters and senators and all this stuff that's being talked about in this Bloodline book, they all died, and this explains so much of why everything was the way it was in Episode 7. You know, this book does what that beginning text crawl was supposed to, because if you remember, at the beginning of Episode 7, they had this itty-bitty baby text crawl that was like, there's a resistance and Imperial, and it's like, wait, this just looks like you're repeating Episode 4 sort of thing. And then it just jumps straight into it, and you're like, what? What it should have said is, after the fall of the Empire, two factions formed. Or no, after the fall of the Empire, the majority of planets formed into the New Republic, the Rebel Alliance leading it. And then after a period of peace with high disarmament under the lead of Mon Mothma, something has happened. Or even that, it started out saying the world's peaceful, but there is political turmoil on Hosnian Prime, and nothing seems to be getting done. What is happening? What will stop this stalemate? And then it leads to the destruction of Hosnian Prime. And originally, the Starkiller base was going to be way cooler. Instead of having this, lol, we just broke all physics by having a beam that travels faster than light, originally it was going to go and open a portal in front of it to the other planet, and then just fire the big cannon through it. Sort of like somebody open a portal right there and just sticking the butt of a gun to your head and pulling the trigger. Would have been way, way cooler. It would have been like, oh my god, Star Wars now has portal technology. They now have the ability to actually, you know, open portals and stuff, but is it only energy that can through it? And then the rest of the movie after that wouldn't have been, let's go blow this place up. It would have been, let's go find it, because where is it? Where did this portal come from? And then Finn could have been like, I know where it was last. We can go there and then maybe we can find a tracker trail, or maybe there's still somebody there we can follow to catch up to it. And he could have told them more about it. And I also think it was so stupid that it's like, hey, we broke this one little transistor on a planet-wide weapon and the whole thing blew up. They sort of, you know, retconned that with the Death Star in Rogue One, but it would have been nice. This is just a temporary torch, just so we can have some bloody light down here. You know what? I'm going to put it on the ground. That way it's more clear it's temporary. But, what was I saying? Starkiller Base, broke the world, broke everything Star Wars. I hate the Starkiller Base. Stargates, yeah, sort of Stargates, but, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily guarantee you could send physical things through it, because what if it's only energy that can go through it? Then it still works. And then, you know, also, you know, apparently there's deleted scenes from Episode 7, where, remember when it's on Hosnian Prime, it gets blown up, and the camera goes to this one darker skinned gal, and it's like, who was this chick? She seemed like she was supposed to be important. The camera, like, went straight up to her. Who was she? Like, they never tell you. It's because Princess Leia was supposed to be in, like, constant contact with her. Princess Leia, after they found out that she was related to Darth Vader, they sort of kick her out of the Senate. You find this out in Bloodlines. Well, they don't necessarily kick her out, but they shun Princess Leia from the Senate. So she can't really get anything done. All of her, you know, the respect people had for her was kind of shaken. And it's like, wait, your dad was, like, literally the embodiment of evil? Hold on, do we even know everything you've told us is true? So fearing, you know, not wanting to deal with, like, the complete and utter political stalemate that was going on in the New Republic, not wanting to deal with possible assassination attempts, she leaves the New Republic. She leaves Hosnian Prime, the new Senate world, and she goes out and starts the rebellion, or the resistance. That's why there is a resistance, is because she starts a new one. Once again, something that should have been explained either in the opening crawl, very clearly explained why there is a resistance instead of just the New Republic army, and why she's leading it. Should have been explained there. It's so stupid that it wasn't, or explained somewhere in it. Anyway, these deleted scenes would have definitely filled that in. The chick that gets vaporized there, who's front and center, and like, oh my god! And you're like, okay, this seems like she was supposed to be a main character. What happened here? Well, she was Princess Leia's go-to. She would talk to her, and, you know, she would keep Princess Leia updated on the ongoings in the New Republic, and also sort of do Princess Leia's bidding. In the book Bloodlines, you actually find out that she was like 15, 16 years old or something throughout the whole book, you know, and she sort of learns to, well, she respects her, loses respect for her when she finds out, oh my god, your dad was the devil, and then sort of realizes, but wait a minute, I've been with her all these months. I know she's not a bad person. Maybe it doesn't matter who her dad was. And still, you know, ends up going back to work for her, an intern for her again. So it's a good book. You know, it's well worth a summarize somewhere or something. A listen to maybe even. Or a read if you enjoy reading. It's a very good Star Wars book, actually. Yeah. Even though if you do the audiobook, look out for the woman who reads through it. Look out for... But look out for her version of Han Solo when she does Han Solo's voice. Also, something in these books, all of them, the books I've listened to so far, the biggest gripe I probably have with them is Han Solo is very fond of saying "I love you" to Princess Leia. Like, I listened to a Star Wars podcast by Jesse Cox and friends, and in that they're like, he loves Leia, but man, Chewie's his guy. Like, he loves Chewie. He'll say, I love Chewie in a second. For her, it's like, I know. But the thing is, even in the book they were talking about during that, he says, I love you to Princess Leia at least once, maybe multiple times. And yeah, he's supposed to love her, but in the books it always seems like he's just so quick to say it, when he's always been this tough guy. I don't know. It works. It's just that's a minor complaint in these books, by the way. It's minor. By the way, the reason why I'm listening to audiobooks and all this isn't just because, hey, look, Star Wars is coming out. It's because my job is mind-bogglingly boring in the real world. So it's, yeah. I just put on audiobooks all day or listen to the podcasts about said audiobooks. It works. But boy, can it be a dreary thing sometimes, that job. Completely mindless. And yeah, I could see the technology to make light go faster than light as kind of cool. Like, that's the only way I've been able to really think about it lately, is I'm like, okay, so it's a weapon that whose power and energy travels faster than light, therefore the light that it visually gives off also travels faster than light. That's why everyone can see it. There is logic there. But it's like, I had to jump through a lot of... Alright, man. Alright, man. Well, thanks for the help that you did offer. It is... Well, look around you. You have done quite a bit. Thank you a bunch for that, man. But, I shouldn't have had to jump through so many hoops to figure it out. It should have been like... Oh my god, they have a FTL weapon? How is that even possible? I don't know. We need to figure this out. No, we have to destroy it. We need to... do both, damn it! You know, something like that, instead of like, okay, how do we blow it up? You know, Han Solo like, well, let's just blow it up. It's like, no. No. It's like the humor in Episode 7, a lot of it was just dumb. Like, dumb and tropey and callbacky. Whereas in Episode 8, I'm not going to say anything specific, but I found most of the humor, while it could be a bit cringy at times, often felt like, well, it was humor. It was like, there was actually some thought into this, for the most part. I very much like Episode 8. Like I said earlier, wish I could get it on Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray right now and be like, okay, I got it open in the second screen. I'm just watching it. Ugh! I'm not going to spoil anything. There's things in that movie that I really love a lot. Like, there's things in that movie I really love a lot. Like, specific things that I'm not even going to spoil anything about. See a smile on my face? There are things in that movie I'm very happy that exist. Oh, Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2049. Like I said, that's my favorite movie. It's not as happy and fast-paced as any of these. And like I said, I like slower-paced movies. I like movies with pacing. Something J.J. Abrams doesn't do. He does not pace movies well at all. Something the director of Rogue One, something the director of this latest Star Wars movie absolutely does, as it had great pacing. It was great pacing. But what was it? I lost my train of thought again. Ended up reading chat and thinking, wait, what? How much more do I actually want to mine out of this before I just go mine sandstone? That's why I paused there. Or let's just go mine some sandstone. We're gonna need a lot, and I can think better once we finish what we started. Okay, let's see. Let's drop off the little stones here. Oh, keep pressing the wrong buttons. We go upstairs, we'll drop off our sticks in a chest, and then we'll go mine some stone. Some sandstone. Yep. Somebody's whistling. Hands of the desert. Welcome to the desert. Yeah. Oh man, I'm still very upset with episode 7. Especially after they revealed the Starkiller base. It was decent, if a bit too up until they revealed the Starkiller base, and then it's like, okay, well, bad everything. It literally in a minute and a half they destroy. Ooh, that's awesome. And they destroy everything everyone did in episodes 4, 5, and 6. Like, you know, building the New Republic and all that. They destroy all of that in a minute and a half scene. What? What? You blew up the entire New Republic. And you didn't even introduce the New Republic. It's just such... It's horrible. J.J. Abrams should be nowhere near Star Wars. Yeah, also just the name Starkiller Base. It's like, you would never, ever name anything Starkiller. Starkiller is like the original production name of Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. It was literally just called Starkiller. It was originally Luke Starkiller even, I think. And they changed it to Skywalker, which sounds way better. But of course, maybe if we've always heard Starkiller, we wouldn't mind so much. But either way, it's just like... That's another thing that makes it just feel very fan film. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I see what you did there. Call out to it. Okay, wink, wink, I got ya. You do that in a fan film. You do that in a little dinky offshoot video game that's not being taken seriously. You don't do that in the mainline films. Whoa, Retro, but you've only seen Rogue One. I highly suggest you be ready for how dated the film has, but you watch episodes 4, 5, and 6. Especially 4 and 5. People apparently aren't too keen on episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And I can see why. It's, like, not much happens in that film. Like, when you look back on it, it's like, okay, they save Han Solo, and they blow up a Death Star with the help of little, tiny, furry, bear things, Ewoks. I'm not exactly happy with that. Like, the more I think back on it, the more I'm like, well, I didn't mind it at all because I was like, literally like 4 years old when I first saw it. Maybe even 1, you know, when somebody put me in front of a VHS tape, you know, and said, look at Star Wars. And I was like, I'm in love. Let me watch episode 4 over and over again because I like the droids in the beginning. You know, that was like baby me. But looking back on it, it's like, I can see it being quite disappointing to people who were like, oh yeah, here's the awesome Empire, and oh, there's the Emperor, and they're defeated by little freaking furry space bears. What? You know, but I love the quote from, I believe it was Simon Pegg, you know, known from Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, those things. When he saw episode 1, Star Wars episode 1 in theaters, and he was like, it's horrible, and people were like, can't be that bad. Jar Jar Binks can't be that bad, and he's like, Jar Jar Binks makes the Ewoks look like Shaq. Shaq. It was just, I love that quote. I heard Tauntaun smells like chicken. Month-old chicken. Yeah, and also, you know, these, there are those, like, Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV series. I tried to watch it. It was a little bit too on-the-nose, child-friendly, because it is intended for kids. There are apparently some really good episodes. Every now and again, I find myself just watching pieces of episodes, like disjointed pieces on YouTube. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I should go watch it. And then I think, last time I watched it, there was an episode focused on Jar Jar Binks. Or last time I watched it, the message was so on the nose, I literally just wanted to go lie down and cry about just how bland it was. Just like, I could be doing more with my time instead of watching this sort of thing. Even if I was watching it while playing this, I'd still be like, ah. Okay, come on, double click. Why ain't working? This doesn't look right. Yes, this is wrong. Oh, right. Fast travel to this piece. This looks more like it. She knows. Who left the door open? Don't leave. Stop. Who's doing this, please? Don't leave doors open, people. It's common courtesy. Don't leave bloody doors open. Getting paranoid. Gotta go up here and check something. Front door's closed, right? Yes. This door's closed, right? Yes, yes. Okay. Paranoid here. Yeah, that's 1, 2, and 3 were happily appreciated by younger generations. Same way, like, I didn't mind episode 6. I honestly think it's a lot like that with younger generations in episodes 1, 2, and 3. They're like, well, yeah, it's always been like this. This is just the way it is, you know? You never knew anything different. Like, I never knew anything different from episode 6. It's just like, yeah, that's the Ewoks. Even though I did hear George Lucas went ahead and changed the freaking celebration music. It's supposed to be, yep, yep, something like that. And he changed it to something else. It's like, that's, no, Lucas, why? Why have you done this? It was so good originally. It was Cheeseball. And I'm sure people back then hated it, but it became a classic. Yeah. Oh my god, I hate the lightsabers in Rebels. I've seen a little bit of that, and that I'm like, what have you done to lightsabers? They're supposed to be like a solid cylinder, not like a pointy stick. They're not like a fencing weapon necessarily. They're supposed to be just awesome. Even though apparently, what was his name? Not Darth Maul, not Kylo Ren. That's way too far in the future. Not Darth Sidious, not Shiv, the same thing. Not the Senate, same name. What's his bloody name? Count Dooku. Apparently Count Dooku, the actor who played him, God bless him, God rest his soul too, he was a fencer in real life, so apparently the reason why he had that curved hilt was so he could do fencing more easily. So if anybody's lightsaber would have been funky, it would have been his. Would have been doing fencing. There is one. But yeah, and then of course you look at Darth Vader and he's like, I look like Mickey Mouse now in Rebels, the TV show, and it's like, I can't watch this at all. Even the first season of it, I've heard other people say it was like super duper kiddie friendly, like even worse than the Clone Wars TV series. It's like, oh no. I'll go watch the little tiny good pieces on YouTube or something like I've done with everything else. But not gonna do, not gonna watch the whole thing on Netflix or whatever. Even though I hear they might be pulling it off Netflix if they haven't already too, which is sad. Very sad. And if there is anything I was also disappointed in episode 7, and this is a much minor thing, but apparently, you know, when Kylo's sitting there with his father, Darth Vader's helmet, or his grandfather, pardon, and he's like, show me again the power of the dark side, and I will not waver. It's like, where's the Force Ghost scene? You know, clearly he must have done things in the past and shown him things if he's talking to it. And we know Anakin became a Force Ghost, so where's that plot? And there was concept art of like a dark Force Ghost of Anakin too. Like that would have been cool to have him like just whispers or something. Like, you know, if while he had it, he said it, you hear, yes. And he sort of closes his eyes and like, oh, somebody just gave me a morphine hit. It's good. It's good. You know, that sort of thing. That would have been quite the thing to see or hear. We didn't get that. That makes me sad face. Do 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 do. Out of sandstone again. Dang it. Dang it. He is. Yeah. He's better in episode 8, though. That's all I will say. Again, I don't want to spoil anything for that film. All I'll say is I thought he was better in episode 8. He didn't bug me in episode 8 at all, really, so. Thank you. I've been alright. Gothworm. Gotham. Hello. Yeah, I'm doing alright. You know, work is bad and horrible, but, you know, besides the internet shortages this whole week, and the medical bill is, and dealing with all that, it's been alright. Look at our pickaxe health. I hope it doesn't break this year. We'll be very annoyed with ourselves. It'll be fun, right? It'll be fun. We'll be able to mine out some stuff, and then we'll go replace it. Yeah, it did feel that way. It's like, why is there another character with daddy issues? Also, it was double time, too, because you have Rey, like, I don't know who my parents are, but I'm going back there to wait for my parents. It's like... What? What? And then apparently there was supposed to be a deleted scene with Ugnaught Grax, or Plox. Ugnaught Plox, I think it was. Like, her caretaker dude who was there when she was dropped off on the planet. There was supposed to be a scene with him showing up at, Maz's castle and being like, you're coming back with me, and Chewbacca pulls his arms off. It's like, why was this scene deleted? Like, it would have given us a little bit more history on Rey. Maybe we'd find out why she was supposed to stay on that planet, why Plox is after her. Is it just the Millennium Falcon he's after? And then also, so you got Kylo daddy issues, Rey mommy daddy issues. Pretty hardcore, like, on the nose too, some of that. What else? In episode 7 too, speaking of Maz's castle, and I found this out in a book, you know, they say, like, she's run this watering hole for thousands of years, and it gets blown up in another, like, 30 seconds, and the whole place is destroyed. Oh, God, and that was another thing that pissed me off so much, is, okay, so they've destroyed Maz's castle in 30 seconds with TIE fighters. Again, episodes 4, 5, and 6 had diversity in their films. You're using the equivalent of a TIE fighter here. Where's diversity in ships? Where's the TIE bombers? Where's the completely awesome Clearly a bomber, clearly inspired by a TIE fighter, but clearly new looking TIE bomber. You know, where's your new bomber ships? Where's your new ships? What the hell, J.J. Abrams? Again, it feels like a fan film because J.J. Abrams and his art team didn't go ahead and innovate. They didn't push forward designs. They did with the Star Destroyer, but they didn't actually show it because it was all in dark silhouette almost the entire time. Fucking lazy, 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 lazy. But, oh, we gotta stop it. This pickaxe is gonna break, and that's not worth it. But that drove me mad. It's like, why? How did they destroy this 3,000-year-old place without even using TIE bombers? And then you find out in their books, her place has sort of been where people go for 3,000 years it's been running. Maz's castle, the reason why when she walks into it, she has all those flags out front, is because those are sort of all the different countries, groups, or empires that have come and visited there, and a lot of them will come there and actually make peace or make decisions and group things there. In fact, the rule there is everyone is welcome, no matter what faction you're part of, no matter what you do, you're welcome, but no fighting, no violence while you're there. That's her one rule, is no fighting. And somehow the New Order comes in and destroys a 3,000-year-old castle. In literally 12 seconds. Like, they started attacking, but it was like the castle crumbled in 12 seconds. She's telling me in 3,000 years, nobody's ever taken a pot shot at that castle. They don't have a shield generator that's always on somewhere. They couldn't have at least... It's so bad. It's so awful. It's... Man, like I said, as soon as the Starkiller base shows up and fires its beam, episode 7 just goes to shit. Like, literally, you could stop that movie there, and it would be a better film. Like, you know, have them decide that, okay, listen, we need to investigate this New Order people who you're saying are very dangerous. Oh, that's another thing. Maz was supposed to be originally captured by the First Order as well. They were actually going to have a scene where, like, they were torturing her on the Starkiller base as well. It's just, like, so lazy. So insanely poorly written and directed and everything. I have so little respect for J.J. Abrams, or as I like to call him, Jar Jar Abrams, because I really do think his offenses are on par with Jar Jar Binks. I mean, it's Star Wars. It's not a fan film, man. Get some concept artists to make some new ships. So make some new cool stuff. And actually use it. Because apparently they did toss out a lot of concept art. Yeah, Han using Chewie's bowcaster, which at the same time was like, you known the dude for like your whole life. Like, you liberated Chewie from a prison camp. Like, he was going to be a slave, and you liberated him, so he has a life. He swore his life to you, and you've never once used the bowcaster he carries around. You were never once like just like hanging out with him. You're like, you know what? Let me try that thing. Yeah, let me try it. I'm going to shoot that, like, a few cans or something. Pew! Boom! Oh, my God! Never, huh? It's insane. That movie, man. It just goes to shit after the Starkiller base shows up. It's actually decent, even if I don't like the art of it. Even if I think the art is a pretty big letdown, it's actually a decent film still, and good story. I would honestly say good story, up until the Starkiller base shows up. And then it is just bad. What is it, Ladwick? And yeah, Chewie's still alive at the end of episode 7. Hey, he even shoots his, like, his, what is it? Godson. Because I think Chewie is, Kylo's godfather, I think. He shoots him with the bowcaster. Which is, they say, why he lost that fight with the lightsaber. That's what everyone says. Still, it's like, dude, you had all this training and you're that garbage? People were worried about an episode. I'm not going to say it. It was the pogs, those little like flying bird things. That's probably the roughest part of that movie, is when you see those things fly. Besides that, it's not bad. Episode 8. When it comes to like visual silliness. Yeah, I really liked episode 8. I have no faith in episode 9. Like, none at all. Like, if J.J. Abrams was not going to direct episode 9, I'd be super excited to see where it goes. Now, I'm just looking forward. But my only question now is, how is he going to ruin it? How is Jar Jar Abrams going to ruin episode 9? So, find out. Actually, I think they've retconned that, I think they've retconned that, because in this, I think the Ewoks are happy to be liberated from the Empire. Oh my god, I just remembered something. I thought I was making it was a joke somebody made. Maybe it's a joke. In one of the books, I think it's one of the Aftermath books, there's a guy who's lost his leg on Endor. He was clearing up like the remains of the Empire, hunting him down, and one of them tosses a grenade at him. He loses a leg, so now he's got a synthetic leg, and it's him recovering in the hospital. And the doctor's like, "Okie dokie, are you ready to go?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." And the doctor can tell he's actually like having PTSD issues or something. So he's like, "I don't think you're ready. I think you need to take this droid with you. You know, if you're going to go, you're not going back to military service. Your time in that is over. You've earned your freedom. You've earned peace." He's like, "I want to re-enlist." "Well, you're not re-enlisting. We're not letting you. But you can, we're going to go ahead and make sure you got a good job or whatnot, and we're going to let you have a free and peaceful life. But you're going to have to take this droid." And out rolls a BB-8 unit. It's like, so the BB-8 units were originally, like that roly-poly droid design was originally designed, according to this book, as a sort of comfort droid, a sort of, therapy dog, a therapy droid. That's what BB-8s were supposed to be. They were supposed to be, BB-8s were going to be like, therapy droids. So he's like, "I don't want that." And the doctor actually goes, "Well, some of the Ewoks, are so grateful for liberating their planet, they've volunteered to come to Hosnian Prime here, or Chandrilla, and be therapy animal, or help out with people's therapy as pittance and thanks for liberating their moon." It's like, "Oh no, I'll take the droid. It's like, okay, was the doctor just joking? Or is he actually saying that Ewoks are literally like, "Up, yup! Yup, yup! Hug me, motherfucker! Up, yup, up, yup, yup, yup!" It's like, okay, so Ewoks are now therapy animals in... Oh my god, Snoke revealed to be Jar Jar. Oh no. I don't want to spoil anything in episode 8, but Snoke is actually Jar Jar Binks. Why do you think he's so messed up? He was so disgusted at how everybody was disgusted with him that he went and had extensive plastic surgery. Except for, how do you turn something whose eyes are up here into a human? No. But yeah. That's why BB-8 looks so adorable, because its model was originally supposed to be like therapy droids, I guess. And that's why, and I guess that also confirms that Ewoks are not devastated and destroyed by debris from the second Death Star, but they're actually very happy to have been liberated from the Empire's reign, because apparently they'd been actually fighting with the Empire for ages. I'm running in circles here. We got our new pickaxe. I made a new pickaxe. I did all that on autopilot. Hmm. Pretty cool. Yeah, no, in the new canon, Ewoks are still around. For sure, for sure. We need more stone. Yeah, there's some theories. I love the fact that Samuel L. Jackson's like, I'm not dead. Mace Windu's not dead. Jedis can fall a long distance. And really, if you think about it, it's like, well, Anakin Skywalker jumped out a window and fell like 500 floors on Coruscant and landed on a speeder perfectly fine. Which means he did come to a stop. That speeder wasn't running down to catch him like the first time he did that, I don't think. So it's like, okay, got a point. And you only lost one hand and got hit by a bit of lightning. Yeah, I don't think he's dead. It doesn't make any sense that he'd be dead. So, who knows if we'll ever see Mace Windu again. Minor spoilers, he's not in Episode 8. I'll say that. Or, if he is, I didn't see him. Let's put it that way. You never know. There's a lot of stuff happening in that movie. It's awesome. What was it? Somebody recently asked Luke Skywalker, how did Samuel L. Jackson get, or how did Mace Windu get a purple lightsaber? And Mark Hamill just went, well, he's Samuel L. Jackson. It was just like, yep, that seems about accurate. So I'd love to see him back in some way. Maybe not like a main center screen something, but I'd love to see him back. They might do it in Rebels. I bet you they'll do it in Rebels. I mean, they brought Darth Maul back in the Clone Wars TV series, which is canon, by the way. That show is canon in the new canon, or at least. So it's like, if they can bring Darth Maul back, a guy who was cut in half and then fell a very long distance, I think they can probably bring back Mace Windu, a guy who fell a long distance after getting hit by a bit of lightning and losing a hand. My movie favorites would probably be 4, 5, Rogue One. All of the prequels tied for each other because I honestly can't choose because there's like scenes I really like out of them, but like I really like Qui-Gon Jinn, but I really like the clone introduction in Episode 2, and there's a lot of stuff I hate in that too, like R2-D2 flying, you know. But so I can't really choose between those. Episode 7's probably my Episode 7. I might like more than the prequels from like just a movie point where I can sit and watch it, because the prequels did have a lot of cringe in it, and then since they're from a time when I was young, I'd be like, oh, my OCD is going to go off because I'm a weird person like that. My OCD gets set off by certain things from my past for some reason, and I like can't think or move or function. But Episode 7 is definitely, yeah. Oh, is that Mark Hamill actually said that Episode 7 is less original than Episodes 1, 2, and 3, and it's like, well, yeah, definitely. And, you know, he didn't say it in like an insulting way, he just said like, well, that's the way it is, unfortunately. It's just, you know, it's not original, is it? It's a fan film. Okay, he didn't say the fan film. We have to admit, it's a fan film. Well, it depends. How big is the new Jedi Order? Like, if Kylo wiped them all out, is it like Episode 3, where a lot of the Jedi go into hiding again? Or is it, what was it? Or is it like it was a smaller Jedi Order and they were all taken out? You know, you don't know. And just because he made a new Jedi Order, does that mean he got all the old Jedi back together? Like, just because he starts a new Jedi Order doesn't mean necessarily that he finds all the Jedi that are still in hiding. Because imagine, it's sort of like in Bloodlines, when the New Republic Senate finds out that Leia is related to Darth Vader, a lot of them lose trust in them. Well, what if a lot of the Jedi, they hear there's a new Jedi Order being formed, but they find out it's Luke Skywalker, and they're like, I never trusted that Skywalker guy. Is this just his son starting up something up? And then, of course, the ones that know that Skywalker turned to the dark side, they might be like, uh-huh. Even if this is Luke Skywalker's son, I'm not trusting it. Because Luke Skywalker was the one who led the charge to wipe us out. So you never know. You're right, yeah. Darth Maul did get killed in Rebels. I think we can say that because it takes place before Episode 7 sort of thing. I might have to close that door. I think I just saw an insect. Yeah, Gorilla AT-ATs. I mean, it's just a new AT-AT design. It's what I wanted, though. Like, they got a big cannon on the back. That's why they have that hump, is so there's another big cannon there. It's sort of like fan artsy, cheeseball-y, but at least it's not just giving us the same old ships again with a slight tweak. There's enough to it, enough, like, actual silhouette change that you're like, okay, this is clearly inspired by AT-ATs and AT-STs. Yeah, it could have been better. I can agree it could have been better. But at least it's like, it's an evolution of it. It's not like the TIE Fighters where literally silhouette-wise, and the First Order's TIE Fighters, it's literally like all you did was give it a different paint job. You technically gave it a new turret in the back, but the actual silhouette hasn't changed at all. You didn't try. At least with the new AT-ATs and new AT-STs. No, it's got more to it than that. It's not just that. The actual silhouette, if you compare the silhouette, it's different. Like, you can tell right away there's difference to it. And in size as well. So, I'm alright with it. I think they did a decent job on that. I think they did a decent job. Because it is actually more than just a paint change like the freaking TIE Fighters. Which, by the way, in this, they still have just the paint change TIE Fighters, which is disappointing. The New Republic ships, those are some changes happening there. They still have, like, a calamari freaking large thing that doesn't look too inspired, but they have two other things which, they sort of seem hit and miss, but once you get a close enough look at them, it's like, okay, this is some cool stuff. There's some new ideas being put forward. And hopefully, Episode 9 will have a lot more new stuff. Fuck! Sorry. I just remembered J.J. Abrams is directing Episode 9. It's likely it'll have nothing new, interesting, or inspired in any way. God, I'm sorry about yelling like that, guys. I got so angry. It's upsetting when you're like, see, they've started to move forward. Oh, thank you, whoever did this. Stone. But, as you see Episode 8, and they've started moving forward with the art style and stuff. They've started, actually making changes and stuff, and what they should have done in Episode 7. Like, obviously, those new walkers and everything should have been in Episode 7. You should have been like, oh, I see how that's inspired by a TIE Fighter. It's clearly that's the, third or fourth generation after a TIE Fighter. This is 30 years in the future, and the New Order, unlike the Republic, has apparently still been, ooh, that was scary, building. So, yeah, it's just... yeah. God dang. If 9 has another Starkiller base, or another, like, it's a mega weapon, I'm asking for my money back. Seriously, if he does another film that's like, oh, this just feels like another fan film homage to Episode 9, I am going to ask for my money back. Just no way that's acceptable. Sorry, Retro Bear, waking you up. Alright, well, it's 6 o'clock, guys. I'm actually going to end the streamy stram right here. I could probably drop off some of the stones so I'm not just lugging it all around. Need more sticks and stuff. I might keep working on this off screen. I might not. We'll find out. Oops, that was the wrong way around. There we go. Awesome. But yeah, we'll find out what I do, I guess. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow for about an hour. I want to just do some art stuff tomorrow, so I might not even stream at all. I got some spaceship ideas that I've been poking around with, and you guys saw that deer head thing maybe that I've done on other streams, or goat head or whatever it is. I might keep working on that. If I do that, I might stream it, but obviously it won't be titled Medieval Engineers. It'll be The Sage Goat Head, lol, OMG, WTF, or something like that. Some horrible string of letters and words. Frickin' bug! Let you know there's, it's nothing going to be like the usual stuff. Okay, that bug, yeah, I gotta close that door. Anyway, guys, that's it for the stream. By the way, most people call me Sage, not Ecto. So, you know, even the people at work call me Sage, because that's my name now. I haven't legally changed it yet, but I'll probably add it at some point. Anyway, yeah. I might be in Ian's Discord. I'm definitely in the Xebon Discord, but I check it once a month or something. I'm horrible at Discord. Best way to get a hold of me is usually Twitter, but after the net neutrality thing and, Axe Cuddy nonsense and all around evil politics, I've just not been checking my Twitter too much. I've just been ranting on it. So I got like 50 things, but usually Twitter is the best way to go ahead and get a hold of me if you really want to talk to me importantly about something. Right there, by the way. Anyway, that's it. Thank you a bunch, guys, for watching. And the screen. Thanks a bunch for everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for subscribing, friends. Oh, so excited. And yes, I do have a Patreon, even though I don't do too much with it. It's more like a tip thing. I'm happy that people still are on it, even. It's very nice. It's much appreciated. Anyway, guys, that is that. Thank you a bunch for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ta. Glad you enjoyed. Alright, sandpaper. See you guys next time.